everybody. My name is Hua, and today we are reading this book again. Toilets, telephones, and other useful inventions. We speak about the story of toilets, and now we are reading telephones. Now I talk about how does telephones form. Okay, let's start to read. Alexander Graham Bell was a boy with a mission. While his father taught deaf people how to talk, Alexander wanted to find out how words travel. Oh, his mother was deaf, but young Alexander found a way to make her hear. If he talked with his lip pressed against her forehead, she could feel his word and understand him. Oh. When Bell grew up, he got a job teaching deaf people to speak. In his spare time, he loved to experiment with sound. One day, he played a chord on a piano and heard an exact notes echo on a piano next door. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? But notes can travel through air, he realized. His mind buzzed with ideas. If all sounds could travel, perhaps he could send speech from one place to another. Oh. In those days, 150 years ago, the quickest way to send message over long distance was by telegraph. Telegraph? A message was trapped at one end of an electric wire. Dot, dot, dash, dot, dash, dash, dot, 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 dash, dash, dot, dot. What does that even mean? I think she's telling something. I finally receive at another. By tapping code have been invented by American philosopher Samuel Morse, but changing message in and out of code took forever. He said he'd be late for dinner. Oh. But no, Bell thought long and hard about telegraph wires and speech. One day, he jumped up in excitement. I've got it! I turned speech into electric current. He thought it can travel down the telegraph wires. Oh, cool. In 1876, with the help of Thomas Watson, the electrical engineer, he invented a mouthpiece and earpiece. Oh, mouthpiece and earpiece? Whoa, they look exactly the same and were joined together by electric wire. When I speak into the mouthpiece, the metal flap will move, said Bell, and my words will travel down wire as an electric current. the flap on the earpiece will move," added Watson, "and I'll be able to hear you." They quickly put the theory to the test. Watson sat alone, holding the earpiece. Suddenly, Bell's voice boomed out. "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." Oh. And so the life of the phone began. In 1877, Bell set off for North America and Europe to promote his new invention. "How modern," thought Queen Victoria, immediately ordering one for her palace. "Tell John Brown to saddle the horses." Oh. The first phones needed operators to connect people. "Number, please," said operator, and some people lived a survivor. No. Receiver. Once the operator had linked two telephone lines together, a conversation would begin. "Number, please. Number, please. Number, please." Oh. By the late in 1890s, automatic switchboard had been invented and lots of operators were out of a job. Within 10 years, everyone wanted a phone so they could talk together without sending a letter or something else. Early phones had a handle and you turn as you listened. Ooh. Then there were boxes that people spoke into, a speaker shaped like a candlestick. Oh. And the cradlephone. Whoa. Candlestick? A cradlephone. Cool. Today, millions of people own mobiles. A phone with no wire would have really impressed Alexander Bell, especially one that can send pictures too. "I'm on the train." He's on the train. Oh, cool. So now we'll read summaries of this. Telephones. Many years ago, Alexander Bell was hearing his dad talking to the deaf people. His mom was deaf too. And when he tried to say with her, he need to talk through his lips and forgot it. I'm sorry I forgot, but this would be fast. If he talked with the lips, he need to press his finger By now, when Belle was a grown-up, he was playing a piano. Then he heard an echo come from through a piano next door. And he was still thinking, how can the message travel? The first thing he has invented was a kind of telephone that cannot talk, but it can send messages by tapping it. Then the message you tap would send to the people you want. But when the people wanted to change the message, it would take 1,000,000 years to take it. Oopsie. Sorry about that. When he was older, he jumped up with excitement. He had an idea. With some help from why is it I'm always with some help of Thomas Watson, the electrical engineer, helps him to make his phone, his second kind of phone. It need to use wires. He speak to the phone, and his message traveled to Thomas Watson. Then more years and more years and more years go. The queen wants him to make for her one phone so she could talk. She could talk to the people she wanted. Then more years, those phones change into a phone I'm sorry guys, I'm not very good at remember. The first phones needed the operations. The people in it needed people so they could traveling and calling to other people. They always said, numbers please. Numbers please. Then what they do is people talk to it. Years later, people always wanted to have a phone, as I said, to make up. Wait a little minute. To say with other people they wanted. Now what they invited is a phone that have handles. It have a 1, 2 for the ears and a 1 for the mouth. So they use like this and talk. Blah, 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 blah. Then some phones, we use some boxes to talk. Some phones, they just have like a candlestick. Some phones have a handle, as I said. So it's done. Bye-bye. See you next time.